are you today?
I'm good, Ashley. How are you?
Not bad. So last week we had our first introductory session. I'm wondering today, what kind of brought you in today, or how are you feeling today?
Well, I guess there's a lot of things that have been weighing in on my mind. I'm still in university. I'm almost finished my second year. But I feel like school is not really the route for me right now. What I really would like to do is become a professional dancer, particularly a ballerina. But I don't think I would get approval from my peers and my family, and they just wouldn't be satisfied with the idea of me dropping out of school.
So you're saying that right now you're kind of lost with going to school, and if that's really what you want to be doing. Then you're also worried about approval from your peers. Why do you think getting this approval is so important to you in making your decision?
I feel like if I were to go down that route of becoming a dancer, like it's very uncertain whether you can become successful from that, and I feel like I would need the support from people I care about, and if they don't approve with it to begin with, that we'd already have problems. We have problems, and yeah.
Okay, so you really just want to keep everyone happy, is what I'm taking away from it. You don't want to upset anyone. You kind of just want to try to just not cause problems with others. So what's kind of leading you to want to go in this direction towards being a ballerina? Like, why did you make this decision that you're not, or why are you feeling unhappy with where you are right now?
Well, I'm doing psychology right now in school, and I don't know, it just doesn't feel right to me. I don't really take anything out of my classes, and I just feel like I'm doing it because it's a safer option, and I feel like I originally applied to university just to get my parents off my back. So, I don't know. I just feel like this is really a route that other people would be satisfied with, but it's not what I truly want.
Okay, that makes sense. So what is driving you towards being a ballerina to going into dancing? Like, do you have a background experience doing this? Like, what's pushing you towards actually dropping out of school and making this big decision to change something in your life?
Well, when I was younger, I was in dance classes, and I feel like once I went into middle school, my mom pulled me out of it because she said I should focus more on school. And it's still something that, like, I'll go on YouTube and I'll see videos of ballerinas, and I think it's so cool, and I wish I could perform again. But it's not really something that my mom wanted for me, so I think I just want to pursue it again, despite having dropped out of those classes a long time ago.
Okay. So have you talked to anyone in your friends or your family about this dream of yours, or what you're thinking about doing?
Oh yeah, when I approach them, it's just completely out of the question. They don't want to hear it. My friend, there's one friend that I talked to recently who said that, why would you do that? Because you definitely have no future with that. And she's she's in like biochemistry, and that's the kind of thing that she likes, but she doesn't understand that I really dislike being in school. I took a lot of courses in my first year, and I just kind of went into psychology in my second year, and it's just nothing's working for me.
What your friend said sounds a little bit harsh.
Yeah, definitely. I felt like it was harsh. I never went back to her again. That's why I feel like it's something that I can't really talk to with anyone.
Mm-hmm. What about your mom? Have you mentioned it to her, what you're thinking of doing, or that you're not happy with going to school right now? that this really isn't right for you?
Maybe not to that extent. I have talked to her about wanting to go back to ballet lessons, but she feels like that would just be a terrible decision for me. She thinks that if I were to go into that, I would just kind of put all my energy into that, and I'd be at lessons all the time or practicing all the time, and that takes away from focusing on like courses and thinking about what I want to do, like career-wise, with an academic field.
Mm-hmm. So what I've taken away from what you've said so far is what's really preventing you from following this dream of yours and just dropping out of school and going into dance is just upsetting people around you, and that they don't feel like this is what you should be doing, or that you don't have a future in dance, and that you can't make a career out of doing it. Do you feel like those are the barriers preventing you from actually dropping out and going through with your dream?
Well, now that you mention it, I guess there is one more thing, and it's that I feel like even with everyone telling me that I don't have a future with going into dance, I think I kind of developed that kind of an attitude in myself too. Although I really want to, I feel like the numbers are just, I'm outnumbered on this. So I feel like if I did go into dance, I wouldn't have a future, and that kind of attitude is preventing me from going forward with it as well.
I understand there's a lot of risk involved with making such a life-changing decision, but you can think about it as trying something and seeing what happens, and that you are very young still, and you can always go back to school or find something else that interests you more if you're not happy with the program you're in. Would you want to think about setting some goals for yourself? Maybe not as drastic as dropping out right away and becoming a dancer, but getting back into dance at least and exploring your options?
Yeah, I do think that would be a good idea.
Okay. What could we say as a first goal for you? Well, getting back into dance, do you know, or have you looked around and researched where you'd want to go other than, or did you mention that?
This National Ballet Company? Yeah. That's a bit far from me, but I do know of an instructor pretty close to where I live. And I thought about maybe trying to go to her, but I feel like my mom would just be really mad at me if I tried to go to lessons behind her back. But it is close for me, so I don't lose time with travel, and I could get home and back really quick, so that leaves a lot of time for my studies. So I feel like that could be a good option.
Mm-hmm. Maybe if you try talking to your mom first and just telling her how you're feeling and that you're not planning to leave school quite yet, but tell her that you are having these worries about where you're headed with your program in psychology, and tell her that you do really miss dance and it is something you're really passionate about. And then maybe she would be behind you in this decision to go even once a week just back to dance classes to this instructor you mentioned.
That sounds like a good idea. I think I'll try that.
Yeah? What else could you... Do you have any other ideas of goals you'd like to set for yourself?
Well, I just fear that if I do go to these dance classes and I just get really into it again, how I would transition into trying to drop out of school and pursuing it more.
Mm-hmm. That is definitely a big decision to make for yourself.
Do you think I'm looking too into the future with that?
That's definitely a possibility. Maybe you should try to think just in the present. What's making you happy and what you need for yourself right now. Thinking too far ahead can sometimes be try to plan for your future and to understand where you want to go, but you don't want to try and think too far ahead and not be living in the moment and realizing what you need right now. What about just thinking about going down to part-time classes, or do you just really think psych isn't for you and it's not something you are interested in?
Oh, you mean going part-time with university?
Yeah, if you don't want to just jump the gun and drop out, if you want to try not going as often and then taking more time to yourself for dance and to explore what you want to do.
That does sound like a good idea. My only concern is that my mom would just completely lose it, and she would like blame me wanting to take part-time classes or not be fully engaged in school on dance, and she would think, oh, she's going to dance classes now and she's just way too into that, and that's why she's disengaged with school. And so I think it's just going to blow up in my face.
Okay. What about other family members? Are you close with any other family members that could help you in trying to talk to your mom about this issue?
Well, my brothers are pretty supportive of me. I mean, they kind of went with their heart when they graduated from university, and they just kind of did their own thing. They opened up a business, against my mother's will. She's always looking for the safe route. So maybe I could use them to help me talk to my mom about this.
Yeah. Or even if you talk to them first and see what they think or how they went about it. Are they on good terms with your mom now?
Oh yeah, they're definitely on good terms, especially since they were successful in their endeavors. She's just really concerned about taking the safe route. I mean, I don't think they would have been on good terms if they failed with their business. So if I failed with my dance career and I dropped out of university too, I think that would just be a huge problem. We would never be on good terms again.
Okay. Well, I think you definitely come up with some good plans for where you could start before making any drastic decisions. What else?
I guess I should really talk to my mom about this. It's just hard to get her to get at my level and understand me.
That makes sense. But I think you'll definitely feel a lot better once you get this off your chest and talk to your mom about it, since she seems to be a really important individual in your life. So keeping this from her is probably really hard for you.
Oh, it definitely is. I think you understand exactly how I feel.
I'm glad. I think once you talk to your mom, maybe you'll get a better idea of what you can do, what your options are, and you may be surprised that she might be behind you and want to help you to reach your goals and attain something you're really interested in. If you're not happy now, maybe she wants to help you achieve that.
I never really thought of it like that. I think I'll definitely give it a shot. Maybe I'll do that for next week when I see you again.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be that quick. If you feel like it's a good time to bring it up, then you can definitely go ahead. Or we can think of other smaller goals before actually talking to your mom if you want to wait a bit before that. Maybe come up with a plan of what you want to do, so you can come to your mom and have it all figured out, so she doesn't think that you just have this dream that you suddenly are going to drop out of school and join a dance company. But if you actually have some idea of where you're headed, maybe she'll be more understanding and feel like you've actually thought this through and thought about it a lot. How does that sound?
That's a good suggestion. I think I'd be interested in doing that, making smaller goals before I actually went through with confronting her.